Hey everybody, welcome back to the computer lab for the new school year. Today I'm going to go over part 1 of the computer classroom expectations. Now, expectations are things that we expect. So, if you can do and follow these expectations, we'll have a great year. Alright, let's get started. First expectation. If you have an emergency, please don't raise your hand. If you're about to pee or poop on yourself, that's an emergency. Now, just having to go to the bathroom is not an emergency. But if you can't hold it, please don't raise your hand. Get up, come over, and say, Miss Ferrell, I have an emergency. I really have to go. At that time, I'll allow you to choose someone to go to the bathroom with you, and the person who goes with you will need to take one of the mice that's hanging on the back of the classroom door as the hall pass. You will go to the bathroom by walking to the bathroom that's closest to the lab, down by the 200 wing, and make sure that you throw away your trash and wash your hands before you come back. Make sure you're walking in the hallway. Another emergency is if you feel like you're going to throw up. Now, if you're just kind of feeling a little weird, you might raise your hand and ask me to put the trash can by you. But if you think you need to throw up, like right now, please get up and rush over to a trash can. You can throw up in the trash can and then bring it with you when you come to let me know that you threw up. I'll try to get you down to the nurse if the nurse is available. Another kind of emergency is if you're bleeding. Now, if you're a person who has nosebleeds and it bleeds a lot, I ask that anytime you're bleeding a lot, that you try to keep it off of the computers and off of the carpets. If you're bleeding a lot from your nose, you can cup your hand up under your chin and then go over to my desk and get some tissues. Put them on your nose to absorb whatever blood is already coming out, and then come let me know that you need some help with controlling the bleeding. There's also another problem that some of us have, and that is with picking our scabs. If you pick a scab and you get ooey gooey stuff on your finger, whether it's blood or clear, just wiping your finger off doesn't get the dangerous parts of blood off of them. So if you've been picking on something, I will need to ask you to wash your hands and sanitize before you touch anything in the computer lab. Okay, that's the emergencies. Remember, don't raise your hand. Come see me. Yes, we have to wear our masks as long as we are in red. Right now we are. We may go in and out of having to wear masks throughout the year. Anytime the wearing of masks is expected, I expect you to wear it properly. That means wear it up over your nose and your mouth. Please, let's all keep one another safe. Wearing masks is one of the most effective ways. Also, I ask that you keep a safe distance from others. We're going to try to do the 3 feet apart, but if you're sitting beside someone at a computer, you're not quite 3 feet away from them. We did do away with the dividers, so please make sure that you're not leaning into someone else's space. Stay in your own space. And if we're doing something like singing, walking around, dancing, please, I don't mind if you walk beside someone, but please don't get super close. Stay beside each other without touching one another, please. I've always asked that you only touch the things that are in your space. Once you get to your computer, your space includes your chair, your keyboard, your mouse, your computer, and your headphones. Now I'll talk about the piddle pack in just a little while, but there is a colorful bag of shapes that should also be something that you can touch that's on your computer. We're trying not to spread germs here, and it also helps prevent fights and misunderstandings. Please only touch the things that are in your space. Another thing that happens is as children are walking around, they tend to reach down and touch other people's keyboards. Or when we're leaving, some children decide that they should log children out by touching their computers. Please only touch someone's computer if I ask you to. That'll help a lot. Always stay in your seat or spot unless I give you permission to get up. The only time that this is not true is if you have an emergency. If you had a really bad sneeze and you have gooey stuff coming out of your nose or all over your arm, of course you need to get up and get a tissue. Again, if you need to throw up or if you have an emergency, you need to go to the bathroom or you're bleeding, of course it's okay to get up. But please don't just get up to go throw something away or to just get a tissue or to just get sanitizer unless you've asked my permission. Thanks a lot. That'll make our room a lot more calm and easy flowing. You'll have lots of opportunities during the day to wash and sanitize your hands. Even if you just washed them in the bathroom, you probably have some germs on your fingers just from coming down the hall and touching the hall and maybe patting somebody else on the shoulder or something like that. I have a sanitizer right beside the door, and I have some sanitizer over on my teaching areas. Please do not use the sanitizer by the door when you're leaving the computer lab. The reason for this is I will have just given you a sanitizing wipe, and therefore your hands should already be sanitary. Thanks. Please keep your hands off your face and off your mask. Germs make us sick, and you probably have germs on your fingers right now. If you put your fingers in your mouth, your eyes, or your nose, you're putting whatever germs are on your fingers in your body. Likewise, when you put your hands in your mouth, your eyes, or nose, you're getting any germs that you might have that maybe you don't know that you have on your fingers, and then those germs are getting on anything you might touch. You know, it's fully possible for me to have COVID and not even know it because it takes a long time for the germ to finally make me feel bad, but it can be in my body. So if I put my fingers in my mouth and I go around and touch everybody's computers after school, that could be a very dangerous thing. I ask that you keep your hands off of your mask and out of your mouth, nose, and eyes. Thanks. This will be our last slide for today. I'm going to talk about that little bag of colorful shapes. I'm calling it the piddle pack. Piddle means just messing around, just passing time. So if you're done with your work and you don't want to get on a website, or maybe if you need to calm down just a little bit, you can use the piddle pack. Now, you should never ever touch anything on your computer while I'm teaching, especially the piddle pack. And we will talk tomorrow about sanitizing it if you do use it. I really appreciate you being good listeners today. We'll go over these rules the next time I see you before we start part 2. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye now.